For now, we go back to the White House. Peter Doocy is standing by there. He's got some new information for us as this is playing out. What's happening, Peter?
And brand new, Shannon, I actually haven't had time to read this in full yet, but we just got a readout, basically a description of the contents of a call that just wrapped up with President Biden and the Ukrainian President Zelenskyy. So I'm going to read this to you now. President Zelenskyy reached out to me tonight, and we just finished speaking. I condemned this unprovoked and unjustified attack by Russian military forces. I briefed him on the steps we are taking to rally international condemnation, including tonight at the United Nations Security Council. He asked me to call on the leaders of the world to speak out clearly against President Putin's flagrant aggression and to stand with the people of Ukraine. Tomorrow, I will be meeting with the leaders of the G7 and the United States, and our allies and partners will be imposing severe sanctions on Russia. We will continue to provide support and assistance to Ukraine and the Ukrainian people. Now, even though the images that we have seen on our many different feeds that are coming in from Ukraine are very dramatic, especially given the buildup over the last couple of weeks with this, we are told that President Biden is not, under any circumstances, going to send American troops to Ukraine to fight Russians. Something else that was missing from that readout of the call is consistent with what a senior administration official told me tonight, and that is that President Biden and Zelenskyy tonight did not discuss what had been reported recently, which is that U.S. officials, according to some recent reports, were actively trying to figure out a way to convince Zelenskyy a good way to leave the country if this happens. That is all absent from the reporting. So for now, based on what we're getting from the White House, Zelenskyy is going to stay. That's also consistent with what he put out in that Instagram video. The president, in his statement about this call, also says that they will be imposing sanctions. I spoke to a White House official, a senior administration official tonight, and asked if, given what's going on tonight, tomorrow will be the rest of the sanctions, the full package. They've been saying that they were keeping some back just in case Putin did something really aggressive. And I'm told that tomorrow, whatever they announce, will not be the full package, because with something like sanctions, you can always go and add more. But one of the things to be on the lookout for, because this senior administration official tells me there will be some significant ones in there, we should look to see if tomorrow is the day that the United States sanctions Vladimir Putin personally. That would basically isolate him financially from the entire rest of the world, and that is something that, as recently as this afternoon, Jen Psaki in the briefing room said is on the table. So sanctions have been the response so far. Putin was not deterred. He is continuing on the action that they have been warning about for weeks. We expect more sanctions tomorrow, and White House officials are betting that with the weight of the sanctions and the weight of the United States with European leaders behind them, Putin will back off. Shannon?
All right, Peter Doocy, thank you very much. So